It's been clear that the president and his family have been profiting hugely during Mr. Trump's first year in office. But today, the New York Times editorial board published an estimate of just how much they've raked in over the past 12 months. By their accounting, it's at least $1.4 billion. Now, that includes income from licensing Trump's name, overseas real estate projects, as well as hundreds of millions of dollars from investments in cryptocurrencies, the money that Amazon paid Melania Trump, the family, for a documentary about Melania Trump. The New York Times investigative reporter Russ Buettner is here. It is staggering, a figure of nearly $1.4 billion. I mean, it's closer to $1.5 billion. It's incredible. Did it surprise you?
It's absolutely shocking. I think it's been shocking every month. I mean, I studied Donald Trump's finances, including obtaining his tax returns with some colleagues, for over a 20-year period. And this amount is really greater than the sum total of everything he made from his inheritance, from being on The Apprentice, and from all the licensing deals while he was on The Apprentice.
It's more than he ever made in his whole life.
I think it's those things were his big profit centers because his business performance was uneven.
Right.
So those three things that require really his golden days. This is more than that, all in 1 year.
And I mean, this is just the first year. It seems like there's no reason why. I mean, they're open for business.
They're open for business, and they've been expanding things on a regular basis, especially into cryptocurrencies. They recently just transformed their social media company into a Bitcoin repository company, which is a cryptocurrency, and now they're moving that into some sort of power generation company. But they are just rapidly trying to gather every sort of business that they can to monetize this period.
The brazenness of it is remarkable. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Donald Trump Jr., I don't think the club that Donald Trump Jr. set up in Washington, which is like a private members club, which essentially kind of promises access for paying members of the club to government officials and cabinet secretaries.
That's right.
That wasn't part of this.
That's not part of this, no. And that really seems kind of quaint compared to what they're doing in cryptocurrencies, where it looks like over the last year they've personally pocketed, the family and a few partners, somewhere in the neighborhood of $800 million or more. That's unheard of wealth for that
And there's
family.
linkage, a lot of linkage between the businesses and places the U.S. is actually involved in doing, U.S. foreign policy and, U.S. interests.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this money comes, the cryptocurrency money comes to them anonymously. We don't know, the public can't figure out who it is. Most of it comes from overseas entities. You can tell that from the exchanges it goes through. And a lot of it, as you said, comes from countries where they have a real interest in it. There's been some direct conflicts, especially with a big deal that came through the United Arab Emirates. They decided to use a Trump cryptocurrency to pay for a $2 billion investment.
Right, which is very few people would have chosen to use that particular cryptocurrency.
It was brand new and struggling and unproven. And they did that. That will put about $80 to $100 million a year in the pockets of the Trumps. And within a few months, within a few weeks actually, Trump decided to overturn a policy that had long rejected the UAE's pleas to get AI computer chips from us because they were thought to be too close to China. He just did away with that and then pardoned the fellow who was on the other end of the deal. So there's like two conflicts in one deal.
It's remarkable. Russ Buettner, it's in the Times today. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Expanding